What's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the top 10 rarest StatTrak skins for CSGO. I did a video on the top 10 rarest normal skins, a lot of you guys seem to like that one, but the top 10 rarest StatTrak skins is completely different from the other list, so I thought I would do a video on the top 10 rarest StatTrak skins as well. And also, I'm not going to be including the AK from the latest case, because that case has not been out for very long, and I believe the chances of getting that AK aren't too low, so eventually that shouldn't be on this list, so I won't be including that in this video, but I will be including the top 10, not including the newest case skins. So let's get right into number 10. So starting off, we have the StatTrak Mach 10 Graven Factory New. Also for this video, I'm only going to be including skins in the best condition. There's a couple of really rare, random, like well-worn StatTrak skins, but I don't really think it's worth including those because it just makes the list kind of messed up, and it's kind of hard to track how many of those are known to exist. And those aren't really collector's items, so people don't really go for like well-worn StatTrak rare skins, but StatTrak Factory New skins are very nice collector's items. And at number 9 we have the StatTrak Bengal Tiger. There's only 66 known to exist, and I'm using the CSGO.exchange, the CSGO zone, as well as the Steam market to determine all of the different individual skins that exist for all these weapons. So I've got a pretty large amount of data to pick from to determine the top 10 rare skins in CSGO. So this is the Bengal Tiger. It's not too difficult to get in a trade up. It is possible to trade up to this, but you do have to get low floats, and it's very unlikely to get this in a case. But next up, at number 8, we have the Solid Off Orange DD Pat. For this skin, it's nearly impossible to trade up to. You can't trade up with 10 skins from the same collection, I believe. You have to mix and match collections, making it insanely hard to trade up to this skin. And this skin should remain as a very rare skin for quite a long time because it's from one of the oldest cases, the Esports 2013 case, which I do not believe is dropping anymore. So this skin is just going to get rarer and rarer probably unless people start cashing them out. But next up we got the StatTrak USPS Overgrowth from the Operation Bravo case. The Operation Bravo case has got a lot of rare StatTrak Factory New skins because of how the float values are designed in that case. Pretty much all of the skins, except for a few of them, are insanely rare to get in the StatTrak Factory New condition. And the Operation Bravo case is quite expensive as well, so not too many of them are unboxed anymore. You can actually still get it in a drop, it's just super rare. But next up we got the StatTrak Factory New Fire Serpent. And surprisingly, this is actually now only the 6th rarest skin, even though this was probably the rarest StatTrak skin at one point. But ever since people cracked the trade-up conditions, there's been a ton of these crafted, because it's not too hard to get low-float StatTrak Op Graphite or P2K Ocean Foams, and I believe only 2 of the StatTrak Factory New Fire Serpents known to exist are actually from a case unboxing, and all of the other 55 ones were crafted in trade-up. So that just shows you this is an insanely rare skin to get in a case, basically impossible, but not too difficult to get in a trade-up, so a lot of people have ended up getting it now. And surprisingly, the StatTrak Factory New AK-47 Wasteland Rebel is actually now rarer than the StatTrak Factory New Fire Serpents, and that's actually kind of weird because this skin is probably worth like 10 times less than a StatTrak Factory, maybe a little less than that, but this skin's worth around $400 to $500, I believe, and a StatTrak Factory New Fire Serpent is worth over $3,000, so quite a big price change there. I guess people just preferred the StatTrak Factory New Fire Serpent. It's just a little bit more hyped up, and I guess not too many people like this skin, even though it's actually rarer now, quite surprisingly. So coming in at number 4, we have the StatTrak Galil AR Orange DD Pat Factory New. Only 50 of these known to exist, and it looks like a lot of the skins in the Esports 2013 case are really rare in the StatTrak Factory New condition, and it doesn't look like too many of those skins were unboxed anyway. And I believe that case is going up in price a bit now, so probably not going to get any less rare than it is right now, with 50 known to exist and pretty much impossible to craft in a trade-up contract with somewhat reasonable odds right here. So only 50 known to exist at number 4. Now number 3, now for this skin there's only 27 known to exist, so a pretty big gap here. But this is the StatTrak P90 Emerald Dragon Factory New. This is definitely the nicest P90 skin in the game. Well, when it comes to the highest value, because it's such a rare skin, and it's kind of just a cool skin to have in the StatTrak Factory New condition, because there's only 27 of them, and the people that own these basically never sell them. I actually sold one of these recently for $1,100. I did buy it for only 300 keys, so I made some decent profit off that, and the skin seems to be going up in price, but good luck trying to get a hold of one of these, because pretty much everyone that owns this is a collector, and they will pretty much never sell it to you. But at number 2, we have the StatTrak AK-47 Red Laminate Factory New. This is only a pink skin, just like the P90 Emerald Dragon, but the reason this skin is so rare is because it cannot be crafted in a trade-up contract with somewhat reasonable odds at all, and it's also just basically impossible to be unboxed, but a couple of them have been unboxed, only 25 known to exist right now, so incredibly hard skin to get a hold of in the StatTrak Factory New condition. And at number 1, we actually have the StatTrak G3SG1, the Executioner, minimal wear, and this is a relatively new skin, but I think it was fair to put in the video because the case has stabilized. It's gone down to 3 to 4 cents now, so it's pretty much at the lowest that the case could be at. And in all that time, there's been only 19 of these unboxed, and I believe it's around 3 to 4 months since the revolver case came out, so it has been a very decent time. Actually, it's around 3 months, I wouldn't say 4 months, but I do think this will remain in the top 10 for like well over a year, maybe probably more. I would say it will remain in the top 10 for a very long time, even though it's a little bit newer, but I don't see this surpassing the AK-47 Red Laminate for being less rare for at least a couple months, so this should be one of the rarest StatTrak skin in the game for quite a while now, because it's just getting it in the best condition. StatTrak minimal wear is super rare because of the way the float ranges are based on the skin, and the cheapest one on the market is like 200 bucks. I think there's only like 2 or 3 in the market. Sometimes there isn't even a single one on the Steam market. And the funny thing is, the field tested StatTrak version is only $4, and then the StatTrak minimal wear version is $200, so a $196 difference for just a very small difference in condition, which basically makes no difference on the skin at all. It's just a little bit more bright, I believe, but it's just super rare. That's why this is kind of expensive. It's really just due to the rarity. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.